We caught up yesterday, halfway through the second day, the first day in Christchurch, of course, with Bruce Barlass. Bruce, always an extremely exciting time of the year and a great barometer of where the industry's at, the yearling sales.
Well, you mentioned barometer. I think the thermometers had us struggling today. Someone said 35 degrees. Goodness gracious, it was very, very hot to start with. Hey, I think we're going to see a sale that's going to keep the heat up. We've started above expectation here in Christchurch today already. Yeah.
Let's go back to Auckland yesterday, being Monday. The sale was up numerically, up a couple of thousand on last year's average, but your clearance rate, you were a little bit disappointed in that.
I was a wee bit. We've closed the book yesterday at about 73.5%, 74%. We did 75 last year, so it's only a couple of extra sales would have made it, but I was confident that we could have sold close to 80%. We had a couple of awkward reserves to work with some of them, and I think the market in Auckland's probably not quite as strong in the middle as it is here in the south. I think we'll see some reaction from the southern trainers more today and tomorrow. But yeah, overall, to lift the average by $2,000, and there's a very important thing in that. There's only 2 horses sold over 100,000. Last year there was, I think, 5 or 6. So that top, when that top's not there and you can still raise your average, it's a very good result.
Significant players, the likes of Lincoln Farm, they were well and truly involved the first and second days. Barry Purdon, Emilio Rosati once again was here on Monday.
Well, Emilio wasn't here, but he bid through Tony, and that was great because he couldn't be here through business, so that's wonderful when guys will support you in that way. And those 3 fellas that you just mentioned have dug in, and the 3 largest buyers so far today with Mark Purdon here on the first day at Christchurch. But yeah, that John Street, great. John's made it quite clear right from the start that he was going to run his form of syndicate, and most people would say it's never been done before, this sort of guaranteed success. And Ray Green, his trainer's done a lot of homework, been to every tour, every farm, seen all the yearlings, and they're buying up a good host of horses.
All right. Format in Christchurch changed, of course, by the end of sale time. Your expectations, because statistically you'll be able to show that.
Well, yeah. You see, last year we had a premier day and then the second day. Today, though, or this year, both those days are mixed, so you can't compare. But analytically, I thought if we could average around the 20,000 at Christchurch, we'd be doing well. Well, we're halfway, 2/3 of the way through the first day. We've got a big afternoon to come still, and we're averaging about 23,500. We're clearing about 75%. So, I think we can hopefully, if we can get that average up to 25,000, and if we can clear closer to 80%, I'll be delighted.
So Bruce Barlass from PGG Wrightson will put up some statistics for you now in regard to Monday, of course, the Australasian Classic, and all of the major players were there, as we can see. The leading lot was the Bettor's Delight, called Better Chair, which is a pretty cool name for the top lot, 130,000. The Mark III out of Copper Beach, the Group 1 winning mare, of course, for Jeff Small, 115,000. Great to see him right up the top of the lots again. Out of Angela Jane, another one by Mark III for Lincoln Farm, 96,084. I think they spent close to $250,000 at Auckland. And Robert Dunn, who had a big part to play in Christchurch too, 77,500 for the Bettor's Delight out of Alta Camilla, of course, Alta Cristiano's family. So that was the first day. Second and third days, the 2 days here in Christchurch, and of course the most recent just completed. The average, was up just over $2,000, so that's fantastic. Clearance rate, he would have been happy with 75, so to get 76 was a pretty good effort. Bettor's Delight, he had a huge sale, didn't he? Out of Bodine Babe, the Lincoln Farm, $140,000 purchased yesterday. The wonderfully bred Rona Lorraine, Bettor's Delight colt for Rosalind Stud, $105,000, and Mark Purdon and the Butterworth Syndicate both getting $100,000 lots, and they'll be going to the All-Stars barn. So they are the big players. We come to expect that, Michael Guerin, and once again at both sales they were there.
They sure were. The Australians came. They weren't buying in the middle of the market, Greg. I was surprised Emilio Rizzardi, the Butterworths, were buying at the top end of the market. We didn't see the Australians quite so strong, maybe because of the strong Australian dollar. Firstly, the Australasian Classic sale at Karaka started very slowly. First hour, Greg, was pathetic. I'm not sure why this happens at harness racing sales, but so often it does. Strong through the middle, good fair prices there. About 1 hour from the end, you could just feel the air go out of the balloon. Just stopped. And the last hour was a real battle. In fact, I bought a share in one. We paid $26,000 for. Had we bought that horse an hour and a half earlier, would have cost $40, $45. Just the way the sale goes. A lot of people looking to get back on the plane to the airport off to Christchurch, Greg. So that was disappointing the last hour. Overall, the clearance rate was a little bit down, so not too bad. Average was up, so a solid sale. But Greg, we then head to Christchurch. Again, Bettor's Delight Stars. There's good money for good colts. Still not great money for fillies. I do think merging the sale together rather than having it spread over 2 days or 3 days as it used to be has helped the lower end of Christchurch, and the average is up there.